Hello, and welcome to another video. Uh, I guess continuing on from where I got up to, um, where I'm just kind of working on this tokeniser. So I guess what are some other types of tokens that might exist? Um, so maybe something like identifier. Identifier. So this is so I think how people kind of do it. Pardon me. That's all right. That's all right. Um, so identifier rules is something like normally something like it has to start with a let's do some regex. It has to start with um, ASCII, like alphabetical character, but then it's kind of free game to have whatever. Maybe just A to Z, A to Z, and 0 to 9 would get added in. So that whole thing would just be a plus. Something like that. So I think that's kind of how uh, like most languages do it. So, for example, what the identifier would be, um, something like this end. So if I wanted to have something like this, and have like a 1D or something. Um, got the ums in me today. So I think if I do just this, it will probably complain because about 1D. Yeah, 1D is a no go. So that's kind of how languages tend to do it. And thinking through how the tokenizer is like meant to kind of do we're kind of going through one by one to see what things are. And I'm thinking if this could have a number, um, how do we work out uh, we would have what 0 to 9? How would we work out whether something is if we add in 0 to 9 there, and I think this does need to be a plus, but this needs to be a star like that. If we add in the 0 to 9 here, then how do we know whether something is an identifier or a number? So, say if we went back to this example, and instead of end, we just had one. So this language wouldn't let us do it, but should I? But if I did support that in Devlang, how do I know that this is a one, or I'm actually trying to do something like int I equals one? So how does the tokenizer know the difference between the two ones? It doesn't. And doesn't need to. But I think what I'm going to do is actually just do something like that. So let's do maybe number first. So do we have? Um, I wonder if we have case ranges. So if we did something like, no, their ranges were my keys. Um, if we did something like this, would it do something like so. Um, oh, yeah, that was like the slowest way to do that. So, what do we do here? If something is a number, we probably want to kind of find the end of the number. So, where do um, we get stuff in the comments? So, yeah, something like this. And we can probably go back to not that far. Um, that's no, like just take me to here. So we can do something like this, and while I wonder if we have something like is numeric, and we can't really do something like that there. But maybe we could have is numeric to be here is numeric. And what do we want to we kind of want to return if c is greater than or equal to 0, if the character 0, not the number 0, or it is less than or equal to 9, because that's just the way ASCII is laid out, which we can find out in the old man page, which Neovim opens up here. So we can look for gosh, where are they? Numbers are up here. We can see that it indeed goes from 0 all the way up to 9 before it becomes other things. So, uh, we have is numeric. So, I'm wondering whether I take this. Can we do something like that? And actually put it kind of close-ish to this other one that is similar. So if it's 0 to 9, while it's numeric, while it is while it is numeric, well, no, if it is not numeric, then we want to break out of this, and then we can do something like this is going to be numeric. Did I like not add the numeric thing? And we can probably do something like that. And where do we get to? I called it number. Number. So this we want to actually call number. I should have trusted. I should have trusted. So that's how we're going to do a number, but we still kind of need to do this. Uh, so if it is a to z, um, I wonder if I don't know. We're doing like back statements like here. So if it is like any of these characters, what I think I'm gonna do is actually fall through because like I'm gonna have well actually yeah I'm gonna be we can split it into stuff like this and look at just for the function. So we're gonna have like a func. Um, we'll call it a fun because it is fun to have. Except I think for the sake of things, I'll actually call it a function because we can have it as short as we like. And this is putting tabs and stuff in, isn't it? Yeah, like what has Vim been up to? So if we replace that with a space and replace that with just a few spaces like that, it's like, I don't know. It's done some weird things with my tab indenting. I don't usually tab it. Uh, Maybe it's just something that happens when you're in C++. Alternative list. Uh, did I not? No, now. Set, list. I probably didn't know list. Right. So, what I'm thinking is eh, if we have a F, we kind of need to see if, like, there's space for maybe one more. So, if we're gonna have testing for fun here. So if index plus, I'm just gonna do an actual thing. Maybe I can do something like this. And you may see why in a bit. Test length, I assume. So if this is greater or equal to what file dot do we have like a data dot length something like that. So if that's the case, we can't really do anything here. If it is not the case, yeah, so I think if it is not the case, I'm gonna do a thing. Otherwise, like I kind of want to test the string a bit better, but at this point here, we can probably just do like something like test equals. Now, I wonder if .NET has the same downfall as Java did with the equals and strings and whatnot. .NET string equality. What do we show for equality? How to compare strings? Um, can we just do equals? Right, so what does that show? Oh my god. We can run it, cool. It's taking a long time to run. It's going to load up a new whole editor. Right, the uh, has run and it is looking like here. So using equals and not equal, but like I would actually want to see whether this is the case. So they are equal there, but I wonder if I don't know, like, and I think this is the wrong one that I want. I kind of just want I think this is alright. Yeah, so this is kind of showing me this. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So if the test that we're looking for equals to new string, was it? Oh gosh, what was it? It is just a string. Um, and we're giving it file dot data and idx dot dot. I believe we can do. And then I guess we can do idx plus test dot length. So if this is the case, we can do a thing. So that right. So why I did this test thing is we could in fact do something like this. Uh, matches if matches, I guess. Maybe that is what I want. And what would we give it? We would probably have to give it the file that we're looking at, and maybe the IDX. I mean, the it's almost the context of what we're doing. Um, and this test. And we can then kind of save an indent and do this in kind of one thing, which I might do. Um, Gosh, I keep on. I changed some keys recently. Where do we want to go? So probably want to go uh, maybe something like here. So this is going to be a bool and what we call it matches, and we're going to uh, like I almost want this to be not static anymore. Like we're probably at the point that this is going to be just part of a tokeniser at this point. But I don't know. I mean, you can just kind of pass in everything. So this was going to have a source file, and it was also going to have, gosh, mind blank. Going to have that source file, and it's also going to have the int IDX, and it's also going to have the string test, something like that. Um, and we can take these two tests. And if it is the case, we could probably um, see. This is where I want there to be some like object orientated stuff. I think I need to get out the C mindset and maybe jump into the C sharp because I can't really do anything with the index here. But what we can do is do something like this and maybe do that. Um, and where do we want something like that? We do still need that, so that can come out. So because the is matches, we kind of want it to know about the tokenizer and kind of add in the desktop length or something like that. So it kind of Yeah, but then this index is like in the middle of the loop. So I don't know. If it does match, then we have to do a thing, and we probably want a semicolon. And then we probably want to add in a new token, which this new token is getting a little uh, copy pasted, I guess. Undo that last one, and this was going to be a function. And if it does not match, we should probably print a like so we kind of want to start from somewhere. Um, because if I have a something that yeah, like if I kind of see more stuff after the fun, I could probably add to it. So just take off the last thing and then just kind of change it. Um, that's probably what I want. So maybe if a thing gets added, we can actually go continue. Uh, and that way, if we kind of get uh, a do something like that. So we probably want to do a continue and also there and also gosh. Um, it's kind of annoying because I then kind of want to fall through maybe. But maybe what I want is actually to get rid of all these continues. And we're actually going to have a big block on case a doesn't catch everything though. But yeah, we can have like a big block on that, and we can kind of do a separate case maybe. Yeah, maybe that's kind of what I want to do. And so we would just do a switch on, gosh, where were we looking? Like file dot data, uh, and just at IDX, I guess. Unless we already have that out. So maybe go here and there, and maybe I don't know, like ooh, no, don't do that. But do something like that. So if we get to the point here that we haven't actually done anything, so if we find a function, we should probably add it. We should probably like skip out of here. Um, Potentially that matches should check for the white space at the same time. But yeah, so if we do something inside of this kind of switch, it should break out of both that into the for loop, which is what above here. We're doing it for down until we can see stuff. So, if this is matching, so I thought something about the matches. Yeah, I want to not do that. Come on. I wanted that. So matches. Yeah. So if it matches, then I kind of need uh, two little cases here. So if this is all correct, yeah, I'll fix that up in a second. And replace that with that thing. Cool. So if that is all the case, then if it is not, we probably should return false. We probably want to check that if IDX plus test dot length uh, plus one. Well, if it is equal to file dot data dot length. So currently, IDX will be pointing just before the well, it should be pointing at least before the end of data.length. So if if you have an index that's equal, that means it's going to be end of file. So if that is the case, then it does indeed match. We can do that. Otherwise, we should probably check that if not, uh, well, we could probably just do a cheeky return. Return not file dot data, and we'll check. Gosh, we'll check IDX plus test length, and if that is not white space, that's what I haven't done here. Is a white space. So yeah, I guess do I care about a single white space or like what ends a thing? Because I don't know, like if I'm trying to match something like public, would I ever have something? Well, like I potentially would have. Uh, uh, I think I just need to check return that it is the next character is not alpha. Um, alpha numeric. Uh, and maybe make that function. Probably exists, but oh well. Alpha numeric. Right, so return that if is alpha t or one. Those cases, maybe we will get is alpha, and that is the case if I will go here and then do that. And we'll yank to there and we'll paste that there. Uh, we lost a thing. I don't know what it reckons we've lost. Why does C become Yeah. Oh, is it doing some like weird like range thing? Do I need to do something like this? Gosh, it's I don't know. I just hope it'll compile. So yeah, if the next thing is not alphanumeric, then it does match. Otherwise, it doesn't match because that means that we're still kind of trying to match a thing. Cool. So I think that is the case, and that kind of does that. So otherwise, this whole thing is probably a uh, an identifier. So we probably want to have the start thing that we were uh, doing something like this. And if we go here, maybe. So we this it's kind of annoying. The start we would have to have is IDX and IDX plus test dot link, something like that. Right. So and here we do kind of tamper with it. So we'll do this, and while it is not uh, alphanumeric, um, and I feel like that in should be yeah, that's kind of interesting. That is alpha, gosh, alpha numeric. Um, we don't have the L in that. Um, alpha numeric. Yeah, it doesn't exist. All right. So while it's not alpha numeric, it is probably being an identifier, and that is the case if it starts with um A to Z, then the rest of it surely must be an A to Z, unless certain things kind of match, in which case they will continue. So maybe just continue. We'll have a comment continue out for to next token, something like that. We'll see if that compiles because something didn't compile last time. That was when I was playing around with things. Doesn't compile now. Yeah, so we need an identifier there. That's all right. We can do that. We did a dot 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 somewhere. That's all right. We can do something like that. I should just go to the next thing. Um, all right, it will let me do something like that there. And that will probably help find some other things. All right, so we can't do this. Usually can't do this. I wonder if we can kind of fall through on things. .NET switch fall through because I recall it complained at me But we could do something like this. Oh no, we can do something like this. It is a bit repetitive. I hope this syntax works out of the box. It probably won't, but maybe if we did something like that. Right. How do we do fourth? Gosh, that did a bunch of things. Right, so it won't let me do that. So we can just do a fall through. Is that what we're saying? Um, so what could we do here? We could do QQ, yank to that, do that, and then do what, 8 more Qs, and do something like that. Is that what it will let me do? Cool. Switch expected. That is because we need to do something like this, and that's no header. I don't know, just search for that. Cool. Where does that get us? Might get us somewhere. See where it gets us. Is numeric does not exist, but is numeric does. And we also have the range to chart for the A to Z. So that one's a kind of interesting one. So what we could do is we could do case A, and maybe I'll see if nah, it does not. So um, what could we do? Uh, I don't know. Right, so there's going to be 26 times 2, so there's going to be 51 more things at this. And I think I just need to do this and spell the alphabet real slowly, because I don't know, I'll make mistakes like do that. There must be there would be a way to do this, and um, that's not that's Y and Z down there. So what I'm thinking of doing now is actually getting rid of these ones, and so we can 26 yank up, and we can paste that. So we could probably search for case A, and that's down there, and we can probably, I don't know, just go 26 down. Did we not get there? 26. Right, so I didn't want that. I want on that, I want 26 down. And with all of these, I want to make big. And then we can do something like that. It's kind of gross. I agree. It's just how it is, and the compiler will probably do something. I mean, it's taking 10 seconds to do any compilation, so it must be doing something smart. Right, we don't have test. Um, that's all right because we actually. Ah, yeah. So I wonder if we can kind of pass IDX in like this. I don't know. I think yeah, because I need some information coming out. Um, well, actually, we don't really need this. What we can do, so we actually use start. Where did I even end up? So let's go up to here. So I use start down here. So what I could do is actually just bring that up here, and this IDX we can pass as a pointer, and then here this would be start, and this would be IDX, and IDX will get added to in the matches function. Maybe that is what is the case. So I think here we need to do some other things. We probably want to test that, or if that is the case, or this is the case, where did I put it? Gosh, I forgot where I put a certain key on the keyboard. Joys of um, right. So it wants it there for some reason. But here we can change this to be that. So if that is the case, we probably want to do this, but it will probably be as a pointer. And we will also want to return a true. And while we're not going through things, I probably not that, that. I probably want to say that's a test. So this is going to be a pointer, I guess. And that means we will have to dereference it in a bunch of places, which does mean that we could potentially pull it out. I wonder if the compiler is smart enough to work that out in the 10 seconds it takes to run. Who knows? I sure don't. Right, so we have to do this in an unsafe. Gosh, I'll do some unsafe code. How do we get into an unsafe one second? Do we just do something like this? That's now unsafe. Whoa. Tell me where to change next. um, oh, you can only do stuff like that if you file it in a certain way. Um, so I think I will have to do something like this and maybe do this can return an int, and maybe we can just uh, replace star IDX with just IDX things and do it everywhere. So I think I literally just want to return maybe the new IDX. And if it is not the case, then we can probably just return maybe -1. Um, where did I get to? -1. So if it is -1, we would do a thing. Um, yeah, cool. So here we would hopefully be able to do something like this. A new IDX. Um, Maybe we can call it end. And if end, and I'm just hoping that we can do some stuff like this. If end not equal to -1, we do some stuff. So this will be end, and so this will be end, and IDX equals to end. We'll probably do something like that. Um, yes, cool. So the start isn't an index, I think, but I think it's doing some coercing. Right, so we don't want to do that, and I think I want to do that just because IDX, I'm pretty sure we take it as an index there, but it's an int there. I don't know. This language can't be unsigned because how could an unsigned int be an index into something? There's probably a reason. Right, so we can't do it in the scope here because we use it out here, I guess. So maybe this no, no, uh, right, token T, take me to this one. And this can probably just be called an ID. Um, and instead we give it ID um, because it should be unreachable. A T being set, but it's compute. It's hard for a compiler to be able to work that out, but it's something a human can work out. Like just knowing that this T would never meet that. I suppose it's not actually out. As it continues in pretty linear fashion. Is alphanumeric isn't known, but what about is alphanumeric? Because we are serious about our alphanumeric. Cool. So this has done some stuff. If we get out of here, just to remind ourselves what we're looking at, maybe I can even do something like this and maybe do something like that. Maybe, yeah, maybe. So we have a comment, say that. We have an end of line, we have a comment, another end of line, another comment, easy, end of line. Then we have another end of line. Then we have an identifier, and it's taken quite a lot. This fun, I guess that was just cut off stuff that was quite interesting. So that tells me that this fund does not match. And it's kind of interesting that yeah, which is interesting. I think it's because it's doing some weird if things. Because in this alpha numeric, well, is alpha, it does some kind of interesting things. Because I think you can do stuff like this. Uh, like, I don't know what's up with the firm. Uh, Cool. We'll just start again. I think you can do stuff like this. Not and or uh, this equal to C. In fact, we don't even need the or. We can probably get away with too lower. Um, and I don't know if too lower exists. So in classic fashion, I'll just kind of make it. Um, so to lower, we'll take a char, and it will also return us a char. And if a C and equal to Z, then if that is the case, then we can just return C minus the difference between A and uh, A, the two small A's. And I think that will get us to the right place. I am not super certain though. So what we can do, well, we can print F. So we can call a. Well, that I know it isn't a number. Right, we can go into ASCII. Um, so we should have a. I don't know, we can search for something like this. Yeah, all right. This kind of shows all right thing. I got it had that down the bottom. Cool. So something like this, where we can see that A is higher. We're in the 60s there. And we kind of want to subtract. No, if we're going too low, we want to add on the difference between these two. Um, so we can probably adjust that. So we want to add the difference between A and A. And I wonder if it doesn't really matter too low or too upper. Well, you do have to subtract different things, but yeah, I don't know. Ignore that comment because why would you? Um, cool. So if we try and compile this again, I think I don't really need those two, and we can just do that. Did I break the compiler by like resizing windows and whatnot? I don't know if the compiler is broken or it's still doing stuff. Golly, I think it was broken. Um, right, yeah, we did get a build error. Excellent. Take me there. Have we taken me there? That was there. Apologies. Well, actually, it hasn't taken me there. Um, Apologies. Need to, I don't know. But yeah, I just need to add in that. So I probably could do that for the. Uh, Maybe I'll just get rid of that. Um, oh, or I just don't know what it was complaining about before. So I guess if we can do something like that. I would have to compute it twice for gross reason. Um, Otherwise, we would just return it just as is. See what that does. Gosh, not sure I'm a big fan of .NET so far. Right, we can't do int to char. That's right. So we can convert this back to a char, maybe. No, yeah, do that. Yeah, I think that's probably legit. So we work out the difference. We add that as a character. I mean, um, it's in that same area. Yeah, I think I want to do something like this because we can't actually add. No, I don't want that. I also want to wrap around the whole thing. That's what I want, I think. Cool. Where do we get to now? Um, so we get comment end of line, then we get identifier again. Unsure why it's doing this identifier thing. I wonder if I have to do some quick tests on some things. So maybe I'll go console.line, and maybe I'll check is alpha. Uh, Maybe it is alphanumeric. I don't know. And I will test it on maybe the character C, and it probably should be true. And I should have done things a little differently here. Maybe I'll do things like this. So maybe test that, test that, test that, test that, test that, um, and probably uh, do a space as well. And we were also testing numbers, so like maybe do 0, 9, and also maybe 6, and maybe do like some punctuation. Not that we have any. Well, actually, I lie. We have uh, a brace and whatnot. Right, so if this is the case, what I think I want to do is maybe do a QQ. We'll maybe go there, then go there, uh, undo that, but yank, fill the space, and then uh, here we can go that, and then paste and then do a like so, and then go that, and then we can just go. Oh, I did a thing, but right, so not quite. We want to go here, then we go uh, find that. We want to yank from the space, then we can add in, then we can just paste what we had, then we do that. Maybe try that again. Yeah, that looks better. Um, Probably should have just seen how many I had. Right, so I kind of want to see whether things are working as intended. Because things are not allowed to do some things. Or because I was searching for a space, there was no space. Well, I found the space, but not quite in the way I wanted. Cool. So, does that all make sense? It does not. A space should not be alphanumeric, and a semicolon should also not be. And golly, we had a random error. Where was that? That was trying to print the thing after the uh, semicolon. Maybe we can call this like D. Is that how we do that? Or maybe we can. Um, no, it's trying to do stuff. Right. So if it's numeric, that would be the case. We probably want to just. I don't know. I kind of just want to return A is less than equal to C, and C is less than equal to Z. If that is the case, which is kind of what I have, or uh, if A is less than equal to C. I think it's like me do it this way. I can't recall for the life of me what I had different last time. And then we can get rid of this like janky two file. We don't really. Um, and so if it is within that range or within that range. So now we should see some trues and some falses. Hopefully it works out. Though it was having issues printing the thing, and we still get trues when we should not get trues. Um, so I think I have just spotted the issues. So I think I want this to be or greater than equal to C. And I think want to do that. C is nine, and do something like that because it needs to be in that range. So yeah, we can do is alpha. Well, in fact, we can just do is alpha and or is numeric because we already have that numeric here, which I feel does the right thing. Um, it does not. Um, Maybe something like that. See if that does the right thing. Um, and creaks and groans and creaks and groans. Right. It doesn't like the printing of the. I, I don't know. I I didn't expect a random thing to crash. So if that's the case, we can probably do true, and maybe do something like that. Otherwise, we can probably can we go um do that? Otherwise, do I mean, it's just printing, but I just kind of want to see whether it's a issue with my printing or like, is that like a bug? Like, can we not just put? Yeah, I don't know. That seemed bonkers. Um, yeah, I don't know. Does that all look false? Right, so that's false, and that's false, and they're all true, and that's false. And I kind of want to get something at the edge of um, the ASCII range of things. So if we say look for an at, so look for an at and maybe do the same thing. Can we do that first, then do that? What else will we do? Um, we will also do a square bracket. I wonder if that will complain. Do that, thanks, and do it again. Cool. And otherwise, we could probably do some slash. Do a slash. Do that again. And oh, we started the things up here as well, so we probably want to do something like that, and that, um, and where do we get to? Hold on, we didn't quite test that before, but that might be the case now. And also uh, this brace, which we already test for after Z. Just want to make sure that everything works as expected. This will probably break things. Done, but we lost where things are. I don't know. Been using Neovim, I guess. There have been some differences. I don't know if they're bad or not. So everything here should be false, and that is correct. So I feel a lot more confident with the uh, not that far. Let's go back here. Uh, that's the one I want. So I think that is the case here. I think that to do I could probably get rid of because we are to doing, and I put in logs in places that it doesn't do things. So it got what did it get? So the white space haven't said what to do with it, but we should be escaping it. But we've also lost a thing there. I also wonder whether to keep white space so when you store the internal model, you can print out the same source code, potentially with a fix. So maybe I will keep white space in for that reason and track it as a thing. So I'm a bit interested as to why this kind of chopped off. I wonder if we uh, don't want to do that. Because like where'd we copy it from? God, that's like so gross. We probably copied it from here, and that's if we have gone. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess if it is a numeric, that's probably the case as well. Um, so now it is complaining about white space. Um, uh, Ironically, they're just slightly different. These two line endings. So we can probably go case. So this we will allow maybe just spaces. We can just get rid of the tab button from existence. If you have a tab character in your source file, it will be within a string, like so, not like that. Gosh, how do we do this? Like so. Uh, no, that's an escape. That character, but it doesn't really show up as much there. But yeah, I think having it anywhere else should just be illegal. I think I'm just gonna hands down say that. So if it is a white space character, we probably want to do some stuff. So maybe put that there. Thanks. We probably need a new token type. So something like that. Do something like that. And what was the type I just did? Like white space. Maybe we'll add that here. White space. Um, I mean, maybe I will allow the old tab, but I don't know. Um, um, because like the end of line, I think I want the end of line as a particular marker. Maybe I will allow tabs. Maybe I'll like just well, I mean, I'm being so allowing up on my comments, so maybe tabs are all right. Um, Sometimes they can be useful. So, yeah, I guess if that is the case, we probably want to, gosh, go somewhere like here. And if we have case, or if we had the cache, um, if we a tab or a new line, then we probably just want to do that old cheeky while loop. Um, so that probably means we want to be maybe I'll do it here. Um, I probably want to do this cheeky Walu, do the same stuff as here, um, except while not is white space. Okay, what do we do there? White, and we don't have that yet, so we'll just declare it. And so that IDX, I see what I'm doing. Uh, well, like we have gone too far. Well, no, I'm going to be testing if is not that, then we break. But yeah, and this type is going to be white space, and we probably need to. We have declared that. So have I got enough things for my source example? No, examples may. So I think I had something here. I need some other characters, like the braces. So maybe I'll do that next. White space doesn't exist. That's all right. Can we take me somewhere useful? So maybe here we can go here and is white space. So a lot of this file has gone away from being where the main is processed to where it's doing all the tokenizing. So a lot of this, I think, will get pulled out into her tokenizer.cs, I guess. Which, yeah, I might see how I do things. So, right, so here it's got to the point we've got fun, which is a function. It hasn't noticed the white space, I guess, which is potentially something that I do want to care about in between. But potentially I don't really care at all. But like, so if we say, for example, put two spaces after the fun, it will probably complain that it doesn't know about space. No, it just skips over it, but it knows that it's a white space. So I think I am skipping too much over on these. So if we go back to where we do the old skipping, I think I do need this old IDX. So the white space potentially has the same issue. So I think I do need this to go back one if it reaches the case where it is not the thing. And this, the end will be uh, oh no, do that. So this actually needs to be end minus one. Otherwise, we do things like this. See, like that's going to end IDX two. So let's see, like I don't know. I might have to check and make sure things line up, but we'll see where this gets us. Right. Out of range for the bell values. Permanently. Cool. So I guess does that mean the white space? I don't know. Like I might just have to play around with things, where things start and where things end. So we kept comment end of line, easy. Comment end of line, comment end of line. Two end of lines, because we start a thing, then a function, then white space, then identifier, and it's cut off that thing. So the identifier we uh, do care about identifier. So that wants to be like that. I don't know. This it just seems like a bit strange. I think this needs to be IDX plus one, which makes me think if we look way up in this case, should it not be IDX plus one here? Because we're going to do that loop around. And here we want to do IDX minus minus because we don't want to go too far. Um, did that there. I think that looks right. So here we're doing that. So that's right. Otherwise, here we want to do IDX minus minus, and we want to do IDX plus one. Perfect. And then, oh, oh, it's thinking. Right, so now it's gone stuck on the old white space. So if we are looking at the white space, we probably is that what we're doing? Because on the continue, it should be doing the thing. So I don't know. If we look at this wee little boy again, um, so does it have in there? No, it doesn't. But if we look at Devlang, was it? And we can probably do something like this, and we want to do run, and we want to do examples and main. And I probably just want to have a look at the list because I'm wondering why uh, we need to stop that. Otherwise, it's just spinning. So it gets the function, but then it gets to yeah. So index will be 34, and then while index is less than length, we're going to be incrementing. And if we're not looking at white space at the moment, and that is why. Right, so um, we probably want to check for actual white space. wait until this thing compiles. Cool. Now it's got a bit better output. Right, so comment end of line, end of line, function, white space, main, white space, then that. Now, how many white spaces do we have in our main? If we added a little thing there, would this give us a different result? Yeah, so it's given us two two bits of white space characters. If we do say tab character, um, we'll probably find what do we have? Function or white space identify. Oh, we just haven't saved it. Right, function white space and two identifiers. It's got those two, and it found that white space, even though I think the that's what I wanted. My tab character got lost, and I wonder whether I want to actually say whether it's a space or a tab. It would make the tokens more granular because this is kind of capturing runs of things, which yeah, I mean it's just all white space. It's meant to be splitting. Right. So what do we do when we get into this next bit? So we want something like a curly brace. We're going to call it that open. And this is just going to be something like this, and maybe I'll do something like that. Um, I don't know, do something like that, and we'll probably also need a close. And with that, these two done, um, I could redo that. It will pretty much finish what uh, we've got going on. So we can do a case there, get the right thing to close it, and we can probably just copy this little stuff, and so the comment is going to be this is going to be let's just do that. Curly brace open. And this will just need to do that, and I guess find the open and close, and we'll see what that finds us in the old scheme of tokens. Potentially it's done the whole file. No, it hasn't. It can't even compile, but it takes 10 years to tell me. Alright, we cannot add, well, we for some reason are adding nothing. So maybe we can add that in. Makes me wonder why that got taken out. Must have pushed an X, unfortunately. We have it there. We have it here. Okay, cool. That's kind of weird. That was not in a few places. The joys of copy pastoring. Right, so it looks like we pretty much got the end of everything. And one thing that we kind of do to figure out that we actually have got everything is we should do a special last one end of file, and this is just going to be like end of file pointer. Maybe we can put it up there. And we should be able to, after the for loop, this whole thing is pretty gross, but I mean, it's just how they look. So if we go up here, this is a big for loop going over everything. At the end here, we can just go ret dot add, and we can probably add a new token. Well, in fact, I might do this. Uh, New token, and it's going to have the things in it. What will it have? It will have like a type. That's the most important bit. Um, Type, and this is going to be a token type, and this is going to be end of file. Excellent. And we're going to have source file, and uh, start can be like we can potentially null initialize. I don't know if things like C sharp kind of recognize that. So if we do this, and if we kind of get rid of that and this, and maybe find the T, replace that with there, and do that. Oh gosh, do that sort of thing. Rent dot add, this sort of thing, and we're basically not doing the console print there. We can choose to do it at our leisure. So we probably want ret dot uh, add listen token here. I think I might just flag doing that, and the compiler will let me know when things are not quite right. So ret dot add. So we just want to do that. And if we go up past all of this, so I'm kind of just, I'm not going to print out all the tokens I get at the time. I'll print them out just when I feel like printing them out, which could be now, could be later. But now that this whole routine has worked fully, we can um, do things like this, do that first. And it'll just get rid of some stuff. Cool. So that's that. If we do compile on this, it will have like a bunch of time exceptions. That's all right because we need to do something like that. And I think I want to. Can we do something like that? No. Can we from here do something like uh, uh that? No. I kind of just need to do that, and it remembers where things are at. That's cool. Um, what about here? So it's kind of just the same two things, except here I took some away. So here we want to do that index. Um, there was this called ID because it was uh, here we'd already done it. Here we'd already done it. Here we'd already done it. Perfect. So now if we do this, see what happens. Oh, it's going to be good this time. Right, so now we have tokenized it. So we can probably do a for in here. And do we do like token and tokens? Is that how we do it in C sharp? That's what we're doing. And then we can do something like console dot right line. Um, and can you just do like string, something like that. In fact, do we need to even do that? So I wonder if that kind of will show me what I want to know. Right, so we can't do that. How do we do the old dot net for each loop? Do we just say for each? Is that what we do? Yeah, potentially. It's just the for each. It's not quite as straightforward, but we do a for each, and instead of that, we do in. Otherwise, it should be the same. Get a type, get some things. It won't like that resize, so maybe I'll just do that. I did another kind of resize. So now it is doing some things, and what I might do is do this. I can't even see what I'm writing. This is what we're looking at. So it's got a comment end of line, comment end of line, comment end of line. It's got all that stuff. It's got a function in white space, identifier, white space, curly brace, end of line, curly brace close, end of line. And I could potentially do something like int I equals 5. We can't really do the 5 yet, but I kind of want to see what this will kind of tokenize to. So we can do the same thing, and we can see, yeah, so it got int, and then it got a number, and the number was just 5. Perfect. And what happens if we do something like that? Now, there's one downside to our numbers is we can't have negative numbers or support for like hexadecimal something like that. So potentially I would look for that sort of thing, but potentially that would happen later on because I might just do a dash character. And like the reason for it is you might have what are we looking at? So what am I thinking? We can't have we could have something like -1, but we can also have something like 1 -1. And how does this tokenize these two entities? Is this a number? In which case, why is this not a number? Because surely this would be a binary operator, and this would be a number. So I think the negative we can't really treat like that. We'll just have to say it is a negative character. As for like other bases and stuff, we could test for the 0x, which will let us have um, hexadecimal type things, or we could. I mean, I don't really like octal, but uh, if we choose octal, it would just kind of match in anyway. Um, but you run into the risk that you have something that is not octal stored in it. I think if a number starts with a zero, potentially just a warning should be shown that this language doesn't really support octal things. So how would we go about doing this hexadecimal number, or should we treat it different, as like a different token? I think for now I will just kind of leave it as is and say that we have a sweet tokenizer, and then the next step will be the next step. I might make the tokenizer a bit better. I might kind of look through some of the stuff I did. Like, there's still things to do, but the fact that I can pass a file, I'm happy with because it shows kind of a bit of progress. So yeah, I might actually uh, kind of add in like a bunch of stuff. So maybe if we go have a look at seeing things. So this is just adding the tokenizer that we have done. And I might pull this out into a separate file and whatnot, but otherwise this is just what it is. RIP the compression algorithm, by the way. My bad. So I think I just need to add that this to do.dev, maybe unstage that. And like, what is it? That's just like all the different types of things I was gonna try, and so I think at this point we can probably say we've had basic tokenizer. Um, cool, that's that. Not sure where I'm pushing it yet, but it exists. It exists in a commit. But cool. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that this is enjoyable to people. I am sure, well, I'm sure I'm going to keep on enjoying it. It's kind of a fun project, and we'll see where it goes. Until then, thanks for watching.